I've told you already, I don't go in for that kind of thing. I've got...
But this event has commemorative significance.
Hopes? That's odd, because I don't recall a fulfill the hopes of others clause.
I mean...
But what? You're the event organizer, aren't you? Do you not find it the least bit odd?
What do you mean?
This far out from Mondstadt at this hour? Even if you set out right now, who knows?
Huh? Well,
Evidence decides what people are like, not your feelings. Don't fret, nobody's gonna blame you if you go back empty-handed. I can't imagine anyone else was deluded, but if you dally any longer, you really won't.
You're right. It's a very important commemorative event. If I'm late, then... right, I've gotta get going.
Seems like that's...
I thought I heard something. Who are you and why are you eavesdropping?
We better watch out. She seems like a dangerous villain.
Oh, really? I'm a member of the long-standing Favonius Church. You're an
Wait, she heard that?
And as for this outlander you seem to be following, the honorary knight that saved us from storm terror. Otherwise, depending on your answer, I could have...
What? Do the Sisters of Mondstadt?
We can't go turning a blind eye to hidden dangers, can we? Why shouldn't sisters have a sense of justice?
That doesn't sound right.
Let's talk about you. What are you doing in the mountains? If it's him you're after, I made a point of noting his track. Many people have made their way up after the snowstorm.
So, are you also looking for him?
No, this is just a professional habit of mine. I sensed elemental traces in these tracks. Never hurts. I couldn't care what you think. Come on then, I'd like to...
Rosaria said there were elemental traces in the tracks. They should show up pretty clearly with elemental sight.
Another test.
Frostbite.
I'm going in!
Let's dance.
Should replace my hammer.
Eyes on me!
Freeze.
Let's light it up! Even better than I imagined. It's my lucky day.
You know, little pixie, your ability to appear and disappear at will is very interesting.
Yeah?
After committing a crime, you'd be able to leave the scene without a trace.
You're so suspicious. Why is Paimon a criminal in your example?
Off we go.
Let's move.
Use this. Cool it.
Everybody stand back!
Dodge this.
Stay right there. Let's end this quickly.
Let's light it up!
Oh, so sorry. Freeze!
I must collect myself. Bad. This one's well done. I guess this is it.
I'm going in!
Dodge this!
Power the desert python!
This one's well done. Finally. So quiet. You need to hurry up.
Let's light it up!
Dust and fry.
Cool it! Dodge this!
You need to hurry up. This one's well done.
This moment will be frozen in time. Freeze!
You need to hurry up. An unfortunate fault.
Cool it!
Ready, steady, go!
Everybody stand back!
Freeze!
The more the merrier. First round's on me!
It's getting colder and colder. Rosaria, aren't you freezing?
Me? I'm all right. I got used to operating in adverse conditions a long time ago.
Huh? Seems like there's more to being a sister in the Favonius Church than Paimon realized.
Dodge this!
Eyes on me! I'm going in!
I'll protect us.
Cool it! Oh, so sorry.
Let's light it up!
Freeze!
Everybody stand back! Let's light it! Adventure time!
Let's dance.
Let's end this quickly.
Dodge this! This might will be frozen in time. Cool it!
To ashes!
Freeze!
This is bad.
I'm going in!
I guess this is it.
Off we go! Now that's what I call treasure! Benny's adventure team, assemble!
Is that Albedo? Why would he hang around a place like this?
The word on the street is he loves painting. He'll hang around anywhere. The views and scenery here are pretty good.
But can't he see those hilly churros? Is it... Uh-oh. Looks like we startled them. Enough talk! Let's take them out of the picture first.
Cool it!
Let's light it up! Adventure!
Who are you? Why did you alarm them? Thank the gods I'd already completed my painting. Would have been a shame to leave these particular...
What's up with painting hilly churros? What makes them so interesting?
I'm afraid the answer isn't easy to explain. If you'd like to have a look at my painting, it may give you a clue.
Wow! Look at the detail! But some of it seems to have been done in a hurry.
You can find these hilly churls anywhere. Quite boring, in fact. Not worth closer inspection. But take a look at this specimen. The build, the coat, and there's a distinct force at work here. In the cyclical lives of such primitive communities, such unique attributes are...
Hold your horses. Something tells me we're in for a thesis and I haven't. We found your man. I'm headed back.
What? Don't you have any questions for him? What a weirdo.
So Sister Rosaria brought you. Surprising. But back to the point. From her word...
We met a girl in Mondstadt, Sucrose. She said you were stuck...
I see. So Sucrose sent you here. Then, if I'm not mistaken, you must be the honorary knight. I've heard a bit of everything. Your actions during Storm Terror's attack... I'll skip to the conclusion. There's only one possibility after all. You can... Excellent. If I could procure your assistance... Forgive me. This must be confusing.
Whoa. You wanna start...
You're right. For example, awakening life. Breathing new life into fallen leaves.
You can do that?
However, I have a particular seed in my possession. It's like you, in that it hails from another world. Helping it to grow, to bloom, that's the problem.
Well, if you're struggling to figure it out...
I beg to differ. I'm unable to comprehend but you're not from the known world. By observing and researching you, I may...
Shall we just get out of here? This sounds a little freaky.
Mora, knowledge, and the answer to the question you are seeking. Time for a change of surroundings. We should be go.
Albedo and that traveler seem to have hit it off. Takes a weirdo to know one, I guess. I wonder, does this constitute a risk to Mom?
Off we go! Adventure time!
Let's dance.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Freeze! Oh, so sorry.
Eyes on me!
Cool it!
The more the merrier. First round's on me!
Paimon has a question. After...
I don't know, but I feel the importance will lie in the method, not the endpoint. Using alchemy to awaken otherworldly life into that after awakening. Even creation, maybe. Still,
No! Paimon's got a brain! But what's the seed
well, if it turns out to be a delicious fruit, dinner's on me.
Yay! Paimon's holding you to it.
Well, let's just say I, occasionally have to look after a child. Another lengthy... The subject of my first research was the elements. In this world, manipulating the elements requires a vision. Though I can't see anything resembling one on your how you're able to freely manipulate elemental power is something Firstly, do you have any extra organs? A second heart? Fascinating. And this floating...
What a stupid question! Can't you see the gap between us? And another thing, it's Paimon!
I was merely considering the possibility that you were an external organ. Perhaps... Oh, that rules out that possibility. But that would mean that Paimon's elemental power would be enough to break through a mountain rock at least 10 meters thick. Or cause the waterfall south of...
Hey! How would you...
In that case, it would appear that there's no obvious... Given that there's clearly a discrepancy in our research, Firstly, this mysterious elemental power. Let me lure a few slimes to the area. Perhaps...
Huh? Doesn't seem very science.
Direct and clear observation are imperative to a good experiment. This is naturally if you require a greater challenge.
Slimes! Slimes are fine.
Well, prepare yourself.
Freeze!
Let the show begin.
Cool it!
Off we go. I'm going in.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Let's light it up. Everybody stand back. To ashes. Let's light it up. Adventure time. Teamwork is dreamwork. I'll protect us.
Freeze! Oh, so sorry.
Great work. Did you feel anything? If you're injured, I have a few emergency potions ready. Excellent. According to my observations, the manifestation of the now that we know that the external flow is manifesting normally...
Internal flow? How do you...
It's very simple. I can use alchemy. If the elemental power is stored or accumulated physically within your body, this potion may elicit an elemental
Sounds kinda
Don't worry. In the normal course of events, you'd feel some temporary queasiness. No bodily injury.
And in the...
If anything unexpected occurs, I've made the necessary preparation. Well, it's not that there aren't any risks involved, but just a warning. If an internal elemental reaction occurs for any other reason, yes, that's an excellent way to think about it. Before we get started, it's a type of ore known as star silver, but I'll take you to my campsite. We can gather some star silver ore on the way. All going to plan. We should be able...
Paimon's still gonna... Let's keep our eyes open.
Cool it!
Let the show begin.
Freeze!
Everybody stand back.
Cool it!
Power that isn't hyped on. Let's light it up.
Dodge this!
Here. Should do for catalyst purposes. This one. Usable with a bit of polish. What luck. This should be enough. My campsite is just up ahead. I'll lead the way. This is my campsite. While we are waiting, have a look over here. My assistant Timaeus here is helping me with my research.
Hello! I've just gotten hold of the data from your experiment. The report is already up on the board there.
Whoa! Look at all the data!
I wouldn't call them results, inferences. I think the most rational direction would be to expound on the phylogenetic consider. You don't have a vision, but you can manipulate elemental following this line of thought, I'm sure we'll—
Not bad for a point of entry. But strictly speaking, slimes are elemental life forms. A cryoregisvine, or even a whopper flower might be a better analogy. But tracing back the phylogenetic— in that sense, things might get difficult, don't you think?
Yes, sir. That sounds correct.
After all, we've got our primary data already. This traveler is a visitor from an— If it turned out that she did have a phylogenetic relationship with this world—
Ah, it would. Apologies. Speaking of data, to complete our research, we'll need some more. I'll be—
Great, I'll leave you to it. Looks like the potion's ready. I'll try a little first, if all goes well. In line with my expectations. Ready to drink. Remember to keep calm at all times, and breathe deeply if you feel unwell.
Cold beer after a hard day's...
Tasty? You've got a funny look on your face. You said you tried some already. You sure it was ready?
Oh, this was the result I was expecting. And a very this potion channels elemental power into the body. But if the internal elemental flow is unimpeded, you'll only experience momentary
So you knew you'd be sick and still drank some?
It was my own concoction, of course. Only natural for me to be the guinea pig. But of course, you're my assistant. In conclusion, I'd say we have our conclusion. As far as elemental energy is concerned, you're no different from anyone else in this world.
Aw, Paimon wanted something cool.
Then again, better an ordinary result than a peculiar result. Peculiar results have a tendency to be of the... The good thing about ordinary is that everything is an object of reference. People are the same. They can understand, empathize, encourage, and support one another. When you're sick, a doctor can diagnose you because they are you. When something goes wrong, you get... But a peculiar person, they don't have much recourse for the things we take for granted. For example, a human can't understand the life of a pyroregisvine or an eye of the storm. To sum up, this has been a positive outcome. Timaeus, the results of the new experiment are out. If you could see to collating them.
Just a moment, sir. I'll handle it. You gave me a lot to consider. Really, having you down as an animal wasn't very precise of me. But starting with the
Not bad. I think it's an interesting line of inquiry. Whatever the truth of the matter, I'd like your research at the fore as opposed to my judgment.
You can count on me, sir.
Is he trying to join the Knights? What Paimon meant to say was that...
Before we can proceed with our research, if you're interested, why not have a look around?
Here comes Albedo! Let's go see him!
I'm back. Did you see anything interesting? Not to worry. They're all for alchemical. Well, on with the research. There may be significant differences between different worlds. Take Tevat, for example. Here, though, but worlds may well exist where only one person is able to do so. So, leaving elements to one side. I think answering this question calls for the same methodology as last time. In other words, no. You shan't be required. Now, see this pillar here? Use your willpower to try and break it. That was your best effort?
What's with the disappointment?
Have you tried using your elemental power with food? I don't mean for cooking. I'm curious to see how the taste and texture respond. I suppose I have a cure. Anyway, why don't you cook us up?
Cooking? Paimon was looking for...
Not only is this recipe a staple for me, it's a...
Paimon bets you're just hungry. That does sound yummy, though. Okay, Paimon... Good buddies are always...
I'll leave you to it then. Looking forward. If there's anything left over,
Paimon doesn't think we'll have that problem. How are we gonna channel elemental power into the food? Maybe try the willpower thing again. Where does it get these ideas from, eh? Let's just do it.